lost 2 straight. Well, for the Giants, it was time to collect their books and head on back to school. And they did that today at home against the Redskins. Rodney Hampton in the lineup for the first time since October 3rd, hoping to spark a sluggish Giants offense. Runs early around left end for 8. Then we go off right tackle for 6 yards. Later on in the drive, Phil Simms. It's the man that's become his favorite target, Mark Jackson. And Jackson scampers down to the 4-yard line, a 25-yard gain. 3rd and goal. Simms is hurried by the blitz from the secondary, and the pass is complete. But the Redskins were holding the receiver. That when you're 2-6, this is what happens. Sets up Hampton over the top, 7-0 G-Man. First touchdown for the Giants since October 17th, a span of 9 quarters. Giant special teams held out. Well, they cut Landeta, they get Mike Horan. Directional punting. Jesse Armstead with the rush and does the job.
Yeah, directly down the field, but a great job of getting the ball out of the end zone, and Tillman right there grabs it, holds on to it.
So Horan obviously impresses his coach, Dan Reeves, his former coach at Denver. Simms, when they got the ball back, goes back to work to Chris Callaway for 16. Then Simms, plenty of time, rolls a sliding Mark Jackson for 15. Then they burn the Redskins once with it, try it again. Look at that little mega throw to Chris Callaway. Howdy, 21-yard touchdown. Way to go.
Yeah, you watch Meggett right here as he rolls to the right, and what a pretty pass he throws right there. Meggett on the year, 2 for 2, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns, all against the Redskins.
He's the top-rated passer in football, Tom. Some teams are going to sign him as a backup this week. Mark Rippon throws to Art Monk, but, things just don't go right. Even Arthur can't make the catch. Rippon to Frank Wycheck in the end zone. No. Then Rippon scrambles, makes a good job here to evade the rush, and no, he can't. Desmond Howard can't do it, and this is the way it's been for the Redskins all year long. They fall to the Giants 20-6. The Giants up there marked as 6-3. You see the worst Redskins starts in 63 since the days of Bill McPeak. Despite 91 yards for Brooks, it's the Giants that win it 20-6. An important win for them as they stay a game behind the Cowboys. Number 325, well, a big man stood in his way. The fridge defrosted in Philadelphia. Early on, Scott Mitchell with a 32-yard run running like an antelope with Tom.
It was right up about this point in the game, Chris, we said he can't afford to lose Scott Mitchell.
Well, he was running. He was running a lot, and he eventually would get hurt. But look at the catch by Mark Ingram between 2 defenders, Tom.
Great job of separating Mark Ingram. Right there with the arm out, separates from Eric Allen, makes the nice grab in between 2 defenders.
Then, 2 plays later, Mitchell to the rookie Terry Kirby. It's a touchdown. 8 yards. They missed the extra point. 6-0 Miami. Ken O'Brien, like the Jets, while he was quarterback of the Jets, obviously, have burned Shula through the years. O'Brien has thrown for a lot of yards against the Miami Dolphins. Could he do it again wearing green and white? Calvin Williams caught 8 balls today, including this one for 11 yards, a touchdown, 7-6. Mark Ingram says, Coach, now this is how you do it. Well, I think he's just giving a suggestion, but see, Shula listens. Mitchell listens. Ingram catches. 69 yards and a beautiful throw by Scott Mitchell, the Portsider, sets up Mark Higgs. The 1-yard run, and the Dolphins regain the lead 13-7. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half, back come the Philadelphia Eagles. Vaughn Hebron, their rookie, with a nice scamper around left end, Tom, and got a block that was borderline.
Yeah, Mike Shadd, number 79 of the Eagles, with a controversial block on Jarvis Williams. You'll see him come back right there and make the block. Looks like a clip, but you're not going to get that call very often from the refs right at the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles got the block and the run, and it sets up O'Brien to Calvin Williams again. Touchdown, 14-13 Eagles at the half. Could O'Brien come back to haunt Shula again? Well, this is what would haunt Miami Dolphins. Scott Mitchell, second half, running. Separates his left shoulder. They'll know more tomorrow. And so Doug Peterson in. Shula wondering, what are we going to do? He can't call on Dan Marino, gone for the year. And they're about to go in, and Peterson fumbles the snap, and the Eagles recover. Oh, no, don't get me stuck on 324, he's saying. But the Eagles return the favor. The completion to Vaughn Hebron, but it's a fumble. And Troy Vincent, the second-year man, recovers, setting up a 46-yard field goal by Stojanovic. The Dolphins lead it 16-14. With a score 19-14 late. One last drive for the Eagles. O'Brien, Calvin Williams, first down. 3rd and 10. O'Brien to the veteran James Lofton. First down. O'Brien to James Lofton. First down, biggest play of the game, third down. Just over 2 to go. Oh, Lofton drops it. Then, fourth down. O'Brien, back to pass, and it's Jeff Cross recovers. Shula relieves. Dolphins ball, Dolphins win. Don, 325. They hoist him. Great job, Coach. 31 years, just like you are in that pile, you're at the top. The Dolphins beat Philadelphia in 1914. A record-breaking win for Don Shula.
With Bernie off in Dallas, Todd Philcox got the start today for the Browns against the Seahawks. The first time in 4 seasons we've seen these two square off against one another. The Browns had only beaten the Seahawks in 3 tries in 11 games, but all 3 coming in Seattle. And even though they were in Seattle, people thinking of Bernie. That's great. Thanks, Bernie. We'll miss you. And here's the man, Bill Belichick. They say the first play always sets the tempo of the game. Well, Todd Philcox has the ball slapped away by Terry Wooden. Robert Blackman recovers for the touchdown, and just like that, the Seahawks D has him up 7-0. Rick Meyer, well, he had trouble of his own. The Browns defense wants to get in on the act, and then Meyer goes back in the end zone, and there's Anthony Pleasant. 7-2 is the score, TJ.
Yeah, Anthony Pleasant was joined by his friends here. Rick Meyer knows where he is, knows he should be getting rid of the football, but that pocket totally collapsing around him.
More troubles for Philcox and the Browns. Philcox, he fumbles a snap. Seahawks recover. On the reverse, Eric Metcalf makes a great run, great moves, but only one thing, he fumbles the ball. Browns not getting any better. Philcox goes back, scrambles, buying some time, and he is picked off by Eugene Robinson, TJ.
Yeah, and you look here on the replay, Antonio Edwards caused that interception. He engulfed Philcox and body slams him right there.
Yeah, more turnovers, would you believe, for the Browns. Randy Baldwin gets in on the act. Seahawks ball. And that led to this pass from Meyer to John L. Williams. Look at this catch. A great catch. 14-5 Seahawks. Meyer loves what he sees there. Browns with the turnovers. First 8 games, they had 11. Today, they had 7. You're not going to win that way. 22-5 is the final. Chris Warren, 24 rushes for 112 yards and 11 tackles for Eugene Robinson. 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. Giving a lot of airtime to Todd Philcox. 22-5 is the final, as I said. Seahawks over the Browns. Let's check the starting lineup. Had a rough day. Here he's sacked by Pierce Holt. Then he just throw it away to avoid the sack. But the Falcons kept coming. Here Everett, sacked by Ron George. Coming into today, the Falcons had only 10 sacks. They managed 6 today. Another newcomer, Rams punter Sean Landetta. Well, he started slowly, got better as the game progressed. You can see by this punt, TJ.
Yeah, and Jim Everett was rushing his passes during the course of the day. When you start getting sacked early and you get pressure early, you tend to notice those defensive linemen a little bit more than usual. Here, you can see him anticipate the pressure and throw off his back foot.
Bobby Hebert tried to hang into the last possible second. And look at this great play by Fulmula Risen. Hebert and Risen would hook up in the third quarter. A 31-yard touchdown play. Falcons led 13-0. Hebert, not a bad day. Buck 82, 12 of 21. The Rams had their chances, though. Tony Zendejas hits a 48-yard field goal, but illegal motion wipes it out. Then with time running out in the first half, Everett, under pressure, is sacked by Jump Together. He fumbles. The Falcons recovered. Then Zendejas has a field goal attempt blocked by Ron George. And finally, Everett drops back, goes into the end zone. What's he throwing to?
It's wide open.
Who's there? Prime time is there. Prime time. The Falcons, with a bad self. 13-zip is the final. The Rams have lost 19 of their last 20 divisional games. Andre Rison, 5 catches, 120 yards. Eric Pegram, 27 carries for 128. The Falcons now 5-0 after a bye week. Get a little time off, come back, don't lose.
Well, not you. And after Jason Garrett started today for the Cowboys at home against Phoenix, With under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, enter Bernie Kosar. And wouldn't you know it, he comes out throwing downfield, 12 yards, Michael Irvin. His second pass, not that long, but hey, who needs months to learn the offense? We need days here. There's the offense right there. Kosar plays with the plays on the wristband. And his third pass on 3rd and 9. Oh, look at Bernie completed for a first down. They're yucking it up in Big D.
Yeah, people who talk about Bernie Kosar's inability to throw downfield, look at the zip that he put on that ball right there to Michael Irvin.
Well, then Emmett Smith would go in and make it 10-0 Cowboys. As Trey Aikman watched from the sidelines, he was inactive today. Second quarter, 10-0 Cowboys against the Cards. Kosar, well, the bomb, okay, so he can't throw it that far anymore. But Kosar can throw it underneath to Emmett Smith. And why throw it long when you have a guy that can do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this? Like, good, go all the way. Even the ref gets bowled over. Finally hauled down on the 186-yard, Tom.
Cardinals do a great job of swarming around the football right here and an equally bad job of wrapping up with the arms and bringing Emmett Smith down.
Same drive. Kosar, the play action to Smith. And he pump fakes and finds Jay Novacek wide open. 17-0 Dallas. Bernie were 20 in college, 19 with Cleveland, 18 with Dallas. He plays with 17 more teams. He'll get down to 0. Score is 17-3 in the third, but Emmett Smith fumbles. Reuben Davis makes a sandwich and recovers for Phoenix. That would lead to Chris Chandler. And Chandler threw for 214 yards today to Larry Self-Centers right here. Makes a good catch between defenders. Touchdown. Hey, Joe Bugle's Cards making a run. They're within 17-10. They're down 10, but Chris Oldham sacks Kosar in the end zone for a safety. 20-12. Now after field goal, it's 20-15. Cards driving, thinking about the upset. Under 2 to go, Chandler picked off. Picked off by Kenneth Gant. Jerry Jones, he's been on the field since Emmett's side, hasn't he? Hey, Joe Bugle, good job. They've lost 2 tight games by 7 and by 5 to the Cowboys this year. But admittedly, 2 losses. They've lost 7 straight to Dallas. And the Cowboys up to mark the 7-2 stay ahead of the Giants by a game, and the Cards fall to 3-7. After 1991, they wanted to see if the Raiders could tie the Chiefs to first place. They also wanted to say hello to an old friend, Marcus Allen. First drive, Greg Robinson, cuckoo, Kachoo, Mr. Robinson through the middle for 12 yards out of the 10. And then Napoleon McCallum anchors away for 6 yards. Next play, McCallum from the 4, he's in the end zone. And the Raiders, boom, lead it 7-0. Next drive for the Raiders. Robinson with a cutback for 6. This combination of Robinson and McCallum and company ran for close to 200 last week against the Bears. Robinson for 15 again against the Chiefs. Raiders had the Chiefs backpedaling. Second quarter, McCallum to the 4. McCallum to the 3. McCallum to the no, he starts at the goal line. It's a fumble, and Albert Lewis recovers. So the Chiefs dodge a bullet. It's still 7-0 Raiders. Marcus Allen in the backfield. Would he be welcomed back by his old friends? No, it's a fumble. Terry McDaniel recovers for the silver and black. So the Raiders keep it on the ground. They go to Robinson again. Gets the block and goes for a first down. And this time we'll run it left. And goes for 12 yards. Then the Haas didn't play in the first game between the two clubs, won by the Chiefs. Ethan Horton, he hears a who. It's 8 yards, touchdown, 14-0 Raiders. But David Craig, the much maligned David Craig, looking comfortable eventually. Kimball Anders in the end zone, touchdown. Anders' first touchdown in the NFL is 14-7, 17-7 at the half LA. Allen determined to redeem himself in the second half. He does, he spins, he moves like the old Marcus. He avoids tackles, and he rumbles downfield for 39 yards before Aaron Wallace catches him from behind. Then, Allen, touchdown, 17-14. Raiders lead it down to 3.
Yeah, a great job here. Marcus Allen doing what he has always done in his career. Get inside that 5-yard line, follow your blockers, and then lowers the shoulder on Eddie Anderson for the TD.
Chiefs keep it coming. Craig has time. Finds a wide open Willie Davis. Playing center field. Look at me. I can play center field. Touchdown. Boom. Chiefs lead 21-17. Tom, why is he wide open?
Yeah, you're playing a zone coverage here. The safeties bite up on the run fake. By the time they get it figured out, they're about 20 yards too late.
Tell me, what a difference a half makes. In the first half, Jeff Gossett never punted at all. In the third quarter alone, 5 punts. Kansas City keeps it going. Craig avoids Anthony Smith. Then a nice pass to Keith Cash. He cashes in. 3 touchdowns today for David Craig. Hey, he's 10th all time with 215 for his career. A huge, huge win for the Kansas City Chiefs. They win at the Raiders 31-20, and for the 3rd time in 4 years, they have swept the Raiders. Vikings at the Broncos. The mystique of Mile High Stadium, snow, 30 degrees. The Vikings used to play outdoors, but they don't anymore. Where they get hurt. Completion, Anthony Carter. Let the ghosts of Mile High trip him up at the 5. Tom, you've seen those ghosts.
Great job, Anthony Carter here getting rid of DS-49 and just kind of trips over. That is Mile High Stadium.
Well, here's more ghosts. Salisbury to Barry, never a disgrace. It's a fumble. Instead of a touchdown, it's going to be the Broncos' ball. Oh, that Mile High mystique. Dennis Graham. I heard about this place. John Elway, back at home. Broncos, second highest scoring offense in football going into the day. Elway, you have time much? Hits Derek Russell. Touchdown, nice job, 2 feet in. Extra point block, 6-0 Denver. Then Anthony Carter. Nice catch. Steve Atwater stops him, though. Dennis Green says, boy, we have the big plays, but we just can't get it in. Former Vikes on the line for the Bronx, Tom.
Yeah, you watch Brian Habib on the left and Gary Zimmerman on the right. The Vikings last year, they clear a huge hole here for Robert Del Pino to take it in.
Hey, it's all Broncos way early. First and goal, and Elway to Vance Johnson. 20-3 Denver. It looks like a laugher at Mile High as Elway continues to impress. But give the Vikings and Sean Salisbury their due. Sean Salisbury to the tight end, Steve Jordan from
Brown University.
Had a big first half. He rumbles for 53 yards. Sets up the touchdown pass. All he does is catch touchdown. Chris Carter. Vikings back in it, 20-10 Denver. Tied at 23 in the 4th quarter. Sean Salisbury stakes it to Carter. 55 yards. Look at him. He catches touchdowns and makes big plays. He's unbelievable. 55 yards down to the 30. Sets up a quad shot. Quad Ravani. Good. Comeback. Minnesota down 17 at Mile High. Leads at 26-23. Could the Ghosts help the Broncos pull it out? To Glenn Milburn. The rookie fumbles. Todd Scott recovers. And the Vikings with a huge victory of their own. They're at 5-4. Now 2 back of Detroit. Remain tied with the Pack for second in the NFC Central. And instead of a 3-way tie for first place in the AFC West, Kansas City leads both the Broncos and the Raiders by 2. Jets of the Colts. The Jets have won 2 in a row. 2 impressive wins against the Giants and against the Dolphins. But they have trouble with the Colts. Colts fans have seen the team bag it this year. First quarter, Esiason, plenty of time. Rob Moore, beautiful throw, beautiful catch down to the 1. Sets up a touchdown by Brad Baxter. 7-3 Jets, second quarter. Chris Burkett. Burkett, some good running, good diving. Touchdown, 14-3 Jets.
Yeah, here you watch Siapila Malamala at the top and Brad Baxter at the bottom as they pick up the blitz. Right there, gives Boomer Esiason time to deliver the football.
Malamala touchdown. 14-3 as Burkett drives in. Esiason's pass deflected. Picked off by Jeff Harrod. Harrod. Not the last Harrod, but the linebacker Harrod down to the 2, Tom.
Yeah, Ashley Ambrose here very close to an interference. Wasn't called, doesn't count. Good turnover.
The Colts capitalize. Jeff George, play action to Kerry Cash. 2 Cashes scoring touchdowns, neither of them named Johnny. So, Bruce Coslin decides to let this Johnny Johnson get involved. He dances for 12 yards. Colts thinking run, and who's better at play action than Boomer? Nobody. Cameraman fake, everyone fake, Colts fake, Burkett touchdown, 24-10.
You said it, Chris. You watched that play fake, even though the pass was deflected. Once he fools the front 7 like that, it's 6.
Well, Jeff George has had success against the Jets. He's 5-1 lifetime. And here, George is going to go to one of Bernie Kosar's old receivers, Reggie Foghorn Langhorn, down to the 20. Jesse Hestek, down to the 9. Ed Marchibroda's team would score in a 1-yard run by Rodney Colbert's a 24-17 game. But the Jets respond, well, I'll tell you what, Johnny Johnson. They were hoping he would find new life in New York. He's found new life. He's gone 57 yards, 176 yards. For Johnny Johnson, total 141 on the ground. They've got their back, and the Jets have vaulted big time into the AFC playoff picture as they up their mark to 5-4. First three-game winning streak they've had in the Bruce Coslett era. Jets beat the Colts 31-17. Back to the AFC West, when it looked like they had tightened up, and now the Chiefs are in great position. The Raiders and Broncos at home, big first halves. Then what happened? Especially Denver at home, a shocker, Tom.
Well, I think
Forever young.